My favorite TV series of all time is Atlanta. It's dark, but also not dark. Yeah, it's funny, but also not funny. It's strange, but also not strange. And it had the perfect ending. My favorite character from the show stole a car to save his friends who were being held captive. He saved his friend, and later that day they asked him where he got the car from. And he told them that he stole it. And they were like, "What do you mean, man?" He told them he stole it. I know, what do you mean, man? You'll get in trouble for that. And he told them, "I'm not worried about getting in trouble. I'm still in the tank." He was referring to a sensory deprivation tank. But sometimes he would walk up, like he used to have these sessions where he would, like, get inside the sensory deprivation tank and then wake up thinking that he's actually woken up, only to find out that it's still dreaming. So he was a bit confused. Am I still dreaming, or is this reality? So when his friends told him that, "Hey, you'll get in trouble for that," it's like, "I'm not worried about getting in trouble. I'm still in the tank. No, I'm still dreaming." They try to convince him that, "No, you're not in the tank. You are really here, and we're really your friends." And he said, "Maybe it's just my dream, and you're just in it. Always have been. Maybe it's just my dream, and you are just in it." What made that the perfect ending is that the show was strange, you know. The show was strange. So him saying maybe it's just my dream and you're just in it made us as viewers question whether the whole show was a dream. You could hear police sirens. After he said that, but he was just sitting comfortably watching Judge Judy. He was watching Judge Judy because the only way for him to tell whether he was dreaming or not was through Judge Judy. If Judge Judy had a thick ass, it would mean that he's dreaming. If she had a normal ass, it would mean that he's not dreaming. So the series ends with him watching Judge Judy. They never show us whether Judge Judy had a thick ass or no more ass. But he just smiled. He just smiled at the end. So it left the viewers asking whether it was a dream or if it was reality. Some speculated that he smiled because he realized that it was the real reality, and that would mean that he's not going to jail. That if it was the real reality, it would actually mean that he's going to jail because he stole a car, right? So that doesn't make a lot of sense. Some people speculated that no, he smiled because he was still dreaming, so he knew that, well, it's still a dream. It means that I'm not going to jail. But it's the perfect ending, you know. Why am I telling you? about this ending. Whenever I watch that scene, I don't watch the whole show anymore. I don't even watch the episodes anymore. I just watch that scene. I feel free. I feel free. I feel liberated. I watch that scene whenever I feel like I'm stressing a lot, or there is something that has happened that I'm like taking too seriously. Why should I take anything seriously? Why should I identify with anything in this world? Why should I care? Maybe it's just a dream. Maybe that's the best way to look at it. Maybe it's just a simulation. No matter what this is, it's fine. Why should I care? Why should I care what other people are doing? Why should I care if other people don't understand me? Why should I care if I've experienced things that I didn't want to experience? Why should I care? Why should I care that the world is not what I, want it to be? Why should I care? Why should I just not detach myself and just chill? And just be like Darius. His name is Darius. I just chill and, feel free, feel comfortable, literally free myself from this reality. What life has taught me is that it's not really worth my energy. It's not worth my tears. I shouldn't take it seriously. When it gives me bad experiences, I should just withdraw, not stress, not think about all the possible challenges that I can face, not think about what it all means. Just lay back and relax. Maybe it's just my dream and you're just in it, and it's always been like that. And here I am taking it seriously. Here I am stressing. Here I am, suffering. As if that's what I want. As if I want to suffer. As if I want to wake up every day and stress about what's going on in the world. Stress about what other people think of me. What another person has said about me. Stress about money. As if I created money. As if I know why they created money. Stress about what's going on in my country, as if I'm in control. What if I just relaxed and just watched everything happen? Totally detached myself. Is this reality worth your energy? When you look at your life, do you genuinely believe that this reality is worth your energy? How you should wake up and think about your ex and stress and stress and stress. What is my ex doing? What did I do wrong? Why is my relationships not working? Why do I not have money? Maybe I was just not doing the right things. Why do some people have money? Why are some people successful? Why am I not successful? I am successful, but I'm still not happy. Why am I not happy? Maybe I do not think right. That is why I'm not happy. Because I have all these things that people would like to have, but I'm still not happy. Why do this keep on happening to me? Does this reality feel right to you? Be honest with yourself. Do you genuinely feel like what is happening is what you prefer to see? Do you think that what's happening is what is actually what you would want to see if you understood what is going on in this reality? Do you think that the things that you hate about the world, you hate these things about the world because you do not understand it enough? Or do you think you might actually be conscious enough to understand what is happening and you are right for not liking the things that you like? Do you think that anything is worth your energy? When you look around you, do you think anything is actually worth your energy? Yesterday, I was having a conversation with my ex. Me and my ex used to debate a lot. She liked debating. I like debating. So we used to debate a lot. So she just discovered this um, new age shit about, us being, like F being in school. She was telling me about that. F is a school because I told her that I don't want to have children because I can't get consent from them. So she was telling me that F is a school. F is a school. She just discovered that. I'm like, I discovered that like eight. I discovered new age spirituality like 8, 9 years ago. You know, I knew about that for a while, and I've done a lot of work trying to understand what it could really mean, trying to understand if really it makes sense to believe that this is a school where we were brought here to learn. And what I found out is that no, it is not possible that we were brought here to learn. But even if we were brought here to learn, that wouldn't automatically mean that we are here for a good reason. I try to explain that to her using this example. There's this movie that I've watched. It's called The Meal. So this guy was working for this big company. One day he decided to they had this like technology where they could like make someone go into this simulation, right? In fact, before he started working there, when he was signing his contract, he actually uh, accepted the terms and conditions, and some of the terms uh, in the conditions included that he if he was not performing very well, they will train him inside a simulation. So it consented to that. So the movie starts with him inside this, in this room. He doesn't know how he got there. He just finds himself in this room and he doesn't know what's going on. And then he see these numbers on the wall. And then an AI started talking to him, telling him what he needed to do. So he had to push this mill every day, and that's when he will get points. And if it fails to do that, you will get punished. So he had to do that. And when he will complain, he will get a strike. And it will mean that he will need to push that thing much longer because he's got a strike. And if he kept on failing, it will mean that they will also have to put his pregnant wife. His wife was pregnant. So they will also have to put his pregnant wife there with him so that they will suffer together. He found himself in that simulation for about 6 months. The AI will also show him his wife with his kid, and he was mad. Like, why is he stuck? Because he didn't know it was a simulation. Like, he'd forgotten everything. So he'll be mad. Why am I stuck here? Why do you keep me here? And he was told that it was part of a training program, actually. Like, it's part of, the company that he works from is a training program. So he was put there to get trained. He was mad, and then after he completed his training, he woke up, realized that no, they had this technology attached to his head. And when he looked around, there were other employees who were also part of the program. He woke up after he finished his training. And after finishing his training, he got promoted. But after getting promoted, he said he was going to ban the whole company down. Like, he was so traumatized because what he experienced felt real. Remember, he didn't remember consenting, didn't remember choosing to be in the simulation. He just found himself in that simulation and didn't know what was going on. This experience that we're having is very similar to that. So I was giving her that example. That even if we did consent to being here, you still have to acknowledge how horrible our experience is, because we don't even know what's going on. Do you understand that we've been told things that are traumatizing when we're growing up? They told us about hell. There's a God who put us in hell if we don't obey his rules. All this confusing shit. Like, we have gone through so much that even if we did consent to this wouldn't be right. So I was trying to show her that it's not right. It's not worth it. And what she also needs to understand is that if you forgot everything, you automatically become a new person. You automatically become a new being. So this new being shouldn't be affected by the choices that you made. If I made a choice that I want to live in Cape Town, and they wipe off my memories completely and I find myself in Cape Town, if I don't end up not enjoying being in Cape Town, it doesn't mean that I made a choice to be in Cape Town. It's not me. I'm a new person. I'm having new experiences, because our perspectives are shaped by the experiences that we have. So we become these experiences, basically. You see, we become what reality is to us. So if, for an example, you are miserable, you become miserable, right? Like, if reality keeps on giving you negative experiences, you become miserable. So even if you were super happy before making the decision to go to live in Cape Town and then forgot that you made that decision, it doesn't mean that you'll be happy. You don't even know why you made the decision to go and live in Cape Town. So it's not you that will experience, living in Cape Town because you forgot that you even made that decision. So it's not you, because you are your memories. You are your experiences. Without your memories, you are a new person. That is why that guy was like suffering. It's because he didn't know what was going on. He just believed that he was still in the real world and what was happening to him was real. So it was still torture. So even after waking up from the simulation, he was told that, hey, he's only been in the simulation for like an hour. His wife is still pregnant. But he was still angry because of the experience that he had. What if he decided to just relax and be like, I'm not doing anything. I'm tired. Why do I gotta do anything at all? Do what you want. It is what it is. Do what you want. What if he said that? Another example that I gave here was from the TV series Squid Game, where desperate people were, people were broke who needed money. They were taken to this place where they had to compete. They had to agree first. And then they got kidnapped and put in this place where they had to compete for money. But as they were competing, they realized that, well, some people were getting killed. Like if you, fail, you get killed. And they didn't know that that was going to happen. So some people just wanted to quit. The guy who won the money, even after winning the money, wasn't happy. So he wanted to go back and unalive those people who made people participate in that game, because he felt it was all wrong to put people through that. When you look at life, don't you kind of feel like, the things that people have to go through, just because they were born here? Like, it's these things that people have to go through. No one have to go through these things. Because no one wants to go through these things. People want to be happy. People want to enjoy their lives. People want to understand what is going on. But some of the things that they have to go through, man, with the wars, like that's not fair, Some people find out that they have like a terminal illness and they end up suffering. They don't even have money to pay for treatment. That is not fair. Like, there are a lot of things that are going on in the world that are not fair. That even if this was a school, we can't justify these things, It's hard. You can't justify these things. Another example I gave here was from the movie Severance, and this is the perfect example that I gave her actually. Because in the movie Severance, there was this procedure where they would like split your memories between your life at work and your life at home, right? If you decide that you want to have that procedure, it will mean that they split your memories between your life at work and your life at home. Meaning that when you are at work, you do not remember what happens when you're at home at all. You could be married with kids and you don't remember that at all. You only know what happens when you are at work. Nothing else. You only know what happens when you are at work. You can be outside and meet some of your best friends, but not even remember them, because you don't remember what happens when you're at work. So you could become friends with someone, but when you are at home, you don't remember them. So you just pass each other. So each and every person who had their memories severed consented. They agreed. But when they were at work, some of them complained. Like, I want to know what's up. I want to know what happens when I'm at home. I don't only want to remember what happens when I'm here at work. What are we even doing here? I remember this other lady even tried to unalive herself because she was tired. Like, okay, you know what? I'm tired. You don't want to let me out. And, she tried to do that. And then the guards, found her and then showed her a video of her consenting to be part, to work there. And she will see that it's herself. And she was also shown another video where she was mad at herself for trying to unalive herself. She was telling herself that she was going to make herself miserable for trying that. Like, if she ever tries that again, she's going to be miserable. Isn't that crazy? Can you imagine? You find yourself in a place, you're stuck in that place. You only remember what happens when you're in that place. You want to go outside, but as soon as you go outside, you forget everything and only remember what happens when you're outside. So, to you, you never really go outside. You know what I mean? Because once you go outside, you don't remember what happens when you are inside. So on Friday, they'll go home, but to them, it will feel like they never really went home. Like, as soon as you get out, it will feel like you're getting in. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get to remember what happens when you're outside. So you get out and get in at the same time. Imagine that. Imagine feeling miserable in that place. Like, I don't want to be in this place anymore. And you try to unalive yourself. And then some people save you. And then they show you a video of yourself saying, if you ever try to do something like that, I'm going to make you miserable. Wouldn't that scare you? But I gave her this example because I thought it was the perfect example. Because what she believes is that we chose to be here. All of us, each and every conscious being that is here chose to be here. Not just humans, the animals, the snakes. Speaking of snakes, I came across a video today of a snake being eaten by these animals. What are they called? Pangolins or something like that. They were eating it. It was a python. They were eating it. It was like 8, 9, 10 of them. They were eating it, like grabbing it by its tail, eating it, and it would try to bite them one by one, but it wasn't really able to. They were eating it alive, like it was suffering. I remember on Facebook, I saw the video on Facebook. Some people commented that it was good because, they hate snakes. So seeing a snake suffering, that was good. And some people were like, but that is wrong. Why did God create things to be this way? Like, animals really do go through a lot, you know? Animals really do go through a lot. But also humans go through a lot. So, yeah, she believes that every sentient being born here, consented to being here. So I thought, no, the TV series Severin is like the best example that I can give her. Because when those people were at work, some of them didn't want to be there and they will complain. In fact, they ended up being able to escape. They found a way to escape and they escaped. After escaping, they figured out who runs the company, and when ended up like this person was like had an event where they were talking about what happens in the company. So these people went there to expose that person. So they gave this lady a platform to talk about what goes on there, because they thought it was her when she was outside, right? Because she's the one who made the choice to be there. So they wanted her to talk. They didn't know that she's the vision of her when she was inside that actually escaped. So she exposed the whole thing. She told the people that she was very miserable, and the whole thing should, she she'll stop, because the eyes, they call them eyes, the vision of them when they are inside, they are suffering, they're complaining, and they're in hell, they're going through torture. So she was saying that it was unethical. So season 1 ended ended there when she was like talking about what goes on. So I can't wait for season 2, because I watched the TV series, I think it was 2020 or 2021. Yeah, it was 2021. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, 2021, maybe 2022. So even if we did choose to be here, if the visions of us that are here, that are having this experience, are saying, hey, who's suffering here, they should actually tell us something. We shouldn't be looked at as if we're these beings that do not have the right to talk about how we view reality, because there's this being that is much higher than us. No, we're the ones who are experiencing this reality. The aliens in the TV series were the ones who were experiencing what it's like being at work. So they had the right to talk about what goes on. They had the right to say, hey, I'm not happy. It was wrong to force them to be happy. And remember, there were some people in the TV series who think that it was an unethical, who think that those people were trapped there. Who were conscious enough to realize that, because that's true, they were trapped. You have to understand that people go through a lot. Even if this was a school, understand that people are going through a lot. They are going through so much that we literally have to question everything. If this was a school, do you genuinely believe that if you woke up and they told you that this was a school, you'd be happy? You'd be happy that you've woken up. But do you think you'll be happy about the whole thing? You'd be like, oh yeah, it's good, it's good. Think about it. Would you be happy? It would be like, hey, this makes sense. She even believes in reincarnation. She believes that you keep on reincarnating until you have learned all your lessons. Can you believe that? Some people actually believe that makes sense. Because she doesn't just believe that's what's going on. She believes that is good. She tries to justify that. Just like the girl that I was debating with a month ago. believing in reincarnation. Like, oh, earth is a school, we are here to learn. You're here to learn. If you don't learn your lesson, you come back and you learn your lesson. It's like, what? There are better ways to learn. You don't have to suffer to learn. Why would consciousness torture itself in order to learn? There are really, there are really great ways to learn. In fact, people learn better when they are not suffering. People learn better when they are not suffering. When they suffer, they don't really learn. They just try to avoid pain. So that's not really learning. You learn better when you're not suffering. You don't learn by suffering. What happens is that you only realize what happens when you do certain things, so you don't do these things. You realize what happens when you touch fire, but that's not you learning. You just realize, oh, when I touch fire, it hurts, so I mustn't touch fire. But that's not really learning. Besides, we have infinity to learn, so why should we torture ourselves? I mean, how long have you been suffering? I'm 31, dude. I've suffered for how many years now? So I must just suffer until it's all over. Why shouldn't we just suffer for like maybe 10 years and then we enjoy, in the end? So you suffer for 10 years and then you enjoy. If it's just about learning, you learn for 10 years and then you enjoy. You learn, another lesson in your next incarnation and then you enjoy. You learn another lesson. Because why do you gotta learn everything at once? You can see that doesn't make sense. It seems like torture. It seems like something is gaining a lot from our suffering, and that's what it wanted. Like something is in control, and we are not in control, but we want to convince ourselves that we're in control. That makes us feel empowered, and we want to feel empowered, but are we really in control? People lie, man. It's so damn funny. It's a school. All these spiritual teachers that are making money off ignorant people. Past life regression, whatever. Past life regression therapy. Charge people money, lie to them, hypnotize them, all that. Like, nah, man. There is no such. We need to be real about what's going on in this reality. If we are real, we will be able to make better decisions. We will be able to realize what we need to do to reach higher levels of consciousness, to be much more aware, so that we'll suffer less. But not only are we going to suffer less, we'll also realize what we need to do to be able to free ourselves for good, We'll also get to learn what we need to learn. That is also important. Most people who are here are not experiencing what they would like to experience. Many people who are here have unfulfilled desire. Many people who are here are truly broken. You understand how wrong it is to give creatures desires that they can't even satisfy. They can't even satisfy their desires. But they have these desires. Wake up in the morning and they have these desires. They try what they try, but they still find themselves not being able to, get what they desire. Like, nah, man, that's torture. That's torture, and this is what humanity is actually going through. Not just humanity, but other earthlings. As if there's this evil demon that is making sure that people don't really get what they really want, but they get close to what they really want but not get it, so that they will suffer because there is something that it gains from their suffering. People need to open their eyes and see things as they really are and stop lying to themselves. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. It will never help anyone. We need to be honest about what we are seeing. You cannot tell me that this seems more like a school. Like, after this experience, you're going to be better. Do you genuinely think you're going to be better? You're going to be traumatized. Think about it. Are you going to be better or are you going to be traumatized? I mean, a lot of people that I know are so damn traumatized, bro. And if there's something that I've learned is to kind of like detach myself. Because reality is traumatizing. A lot of people are traumatized, straight up. That's why people who are old, like when children are still young, you can see they're full of energy and they want to have different experiences and they're very optimistic. But people who are older, people in their 20s, 30s, they're so damn traumatized, bro. They don't want to do anything at all. They don't even want to love. They're scared to love. I'm scared to love. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I'm scared to love because I know what I've been through. You see, I'm scared to do a lot of things because I know what I've been through. I don't have the courage anymore. I'm like, hey, what if this matrix is just trying to trick me? You know, I've been in so many situations where, you know, like I would meet a girl and she's like, and I could see that maybe she's serious, you know, but I'm scared. I'm like, the last time I was serious about a relationship, I suffered. Like, it's like the matrix was tricking me. So I fell in love and we had a good relationship for a while, but it made sure that you know, someone better comes along, someone with money, someone with a dope car comes along and takes her away, so that, you know, I will have to give this matrix my energy. You see? So now it's not easy for me to be like, yeah, you love me, right? Like, oh, let's love. Like, I know it takes a lot of courage to do that, but I'm like, I'm scared to do that because I know what happened the last time. So I'm like, hey, I don't trust humans anymore, because the humans that I've trusted, you know, they turned their backs on me when someone better came along. You know, it sucks, man. Like, you broke. You're totally broke. You don't even have a car. I mean, at the time I was totally broke. And this guy comes along and he has everything. I mean, she used to tell me he has a lot of money. You know, and they were, and he was just helping her, but I knew something was off, and yeah, she left the nigga for him, man. You know, when a girl is no longer into you, she's gonna like have like make a lot of excuses, all that, and it, but the point that I'm trying to make is that people are so damn traumatized now. You know, people used to be full of energy. People used to be optimistic when they were young, but you know, as they get older, they become traumatized and they become less of themselves, because, you know, being afraid to love, that's not a good thing. That's lack of courage. You see. So is that what it was about, me learning that people cannot be trusted? Is it like, that's not a good, I mean, that's not a good thing to put someone, that's not good lesson to force someone to learn, because they wouldn't even need to learn that lesson in the first place. You see, like, what I would have learned is to detach myself from a lot of things. So I would have only learned that a lot of things that go on in this reality don't make sense. So I'd actually, you know, prefer a better reality. So is this what the whole thing was about? You know, me learning that this is not the kind of reality that I would prefer, and I would prefer a better reality. You see. To understand the truth, you must think in a way that has no contradictions. That even if someone tried to disprove what you are saying, they couldn't. They'll just only tell you what they prefer. Like most of the time when people debate with me, they don't debate my claims, they just tell me what they prefer. And they tell me that what they prefer is the truth. That's what I've realized. So people will tell you what they prefer. So yeah, you have to think in a way that has no contradiction, so that people will only tell you what they prefer, not the truth. That's how you know that, okay, the way that I think is actually right. Like, this is the right way to think. This is the most honest way to think. This is the most correct way to think. I don't believe that this is a school. I do not believe that the consciousness that is hallucinating this reality intended this hallucination to be some kind of a school. But when people tell me what they believe, I like to go into their world and show them why they shouldn't believe what they believe. I don't tell them right away that, hey, I think you're wrong. So if someone tells me that they think this is a school, I'm like, okay, fine, it's a school. So if it was a school, do you think that this would be happening? Don't you think that a school would be like this and that? Don't you think you would know this and that? Don't you think that if it was a school, you know some of the lessons that you have learned, so that you would keep on becoming better? Because if you don't remember your lessons, there's no way you becoming better. It means that you're going to keep on reincarnating and making the same mistakes over and over again. And even if, and this is what's crazy, even if I do something right in this reality, let's just say I learn how to love in this reality, and then I come back again and have some crazy experiences that make it harder for me to love, and then I end up not loving again, will that mean that I've learned? Like, I'll just be reincarnating and not really learning anything, because I don't remember what I've learned. You see, the best way to learn is to actually remember what you have learned. The only way that I'm still able to remember that if I try to put my hand on fire, I'm gonna feel pain. It's like having memories of that happening. So that has happened to me, and I know how it feels like. So I'm not going to put my hand on fire, because I know that my hand is gonna burn. You see, that is the most effective way to learn. If you kept on forgetting your lessons, there will be no way for you to actually learn anything. It will just be you experiencing things. That's all. It will just be you experiencing things. And we must also look at our dreams. Like, do you really learn anything from your dreams, or it's just weird experiences that you have, and there's nothing that you really gain from dreaming? Like, what do you really gain from dreaming? Have you ever had a meaningful dream? Have you ever had a dream that you felt like could like really help you a lot in this reality? Like, you learn something from your dream, and that will actually help you a lot in this reality. Or it just seems like just some crazy experiences. like it's just some AI generated reality. Don't dreams feel that way though? Like it's some AI generated reality. Ever watch this uh, AI memes that are trending now on Twitter? I mean, not on. I mean, on all social media platforms. Actually, that trending on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, where they would make the viral moments that we have seen end differently. Have you not come across one of those videos? Like they're creepy as fuck. I remember there's this video where this is very very like viral video where these people were having a party and this lady with a beard, or this guy showed up, right? And he was like, "Oh, what's going on here?" And this lady with a beard said, "Oh, Dad, chill." And he said, "What the hell is even that?" Like that trended a lot. So I show the AI meme, like what they'll call it is time travel meme. Actually, like I mean they call it time travel AI actually. So the AI will try to change that into it creates a different ending. So that guy doesn't say what the hell is even that in that video. What happens is that he just looked away, like in a weird way, like in a creepy way. You'd even like you'd be scared actually watching that video. So he would just be like, and then he walked away, and then he started. I don't know, like his body started to transform in a weird way. I was like, what the hell? This is what happens when in your dreams, This is what happens in your dreams. So sometimes I think it's logical to look at your dreams as if they are AI generated. Because they don't make sense. Just like that, these videos, these AI generated videos, they don't really make sense. Even this reality, it kind of seemed like it was generated by AI. Because now you can tell AI to create anything. In fact, 100 years from now, I do believe we will be able to watch the kind of movies that we want to watch. Like that's going to happen. You'll be able to tell AI that you want to watch a movie where the main character suffers a lot in the beginning, but in the end the main character gets redemption. Like you'll be able to tell AI what kind of movie you would want to watch, and it will create that movie. So it isn't far-fetched to think that this might be an AI generated reality. I think I must post this video because I don't post this video when I go to get another drink, but now I'm just gonna pose it, so bear with me. Guys, don't allow anyone to scam y'all, And what I've also realized about this reality is that like once you try to go deep into like the rabbit, let's just say you find a new rabbit hole and you try to go deeper into it, you get lost in it. Like it's just another trap. Like all rabbit holes are traps. All rabbit holes are traps. Like the work that we need to be doing is to be trying to not feed this matrix. That's the work that we need to be doing. Like the matrix will try its best to create events that are going to make you give it energy, because that's what it wants. If you don't want to use the word energy, I'm going to say, well, the matrix will try its best to make sure that you suffer. That's what it will try to do. But we kind of like consent to suffering. We kind of consent to suffering. We can pull away. Like you can totally pull away. The problem is that you take it too seriously. Remember what I told you in the beginning about my favorite TV series, Atlanta? The ending. When the main character, Darius, told his friends that he believes that he might actually be in a dream, and it is what it is. Whatever happens, happen. I think that's the right approach to take. Like when you're going through things, you don't take these things too seriously. You don't think about the implications of these things. You kind of like look at these things as if they're just happening in your dream, because once you fall into the rabbit hole, that's the best way to get lost, and the matrix will actually get more energy from you. Like the idea is to keep you trapped, in this reality. That's the idea. The idea is to keep you lost in this reality, because the more you focus on something, the more you focus on something that is actually meant to distract you, the more distracted you become and the more energy you produce. But the more you push everything away, the more you free yourself. Like that's the best way to free yourself, actually, is to realize that there's a lot of things that are happening to keep you distracted. So you need to free yourself. You need to detach yourself, you see. And I don't want to hear people saying, oh, what are the solutions? What are the solutions again? I'm literally giving you solutions. Like this month, I've been giving you solutions. Don't say I haven't been talking about solutions. I've been giving you solutions. I will tell you what the problems are. Like what are the problems that society is going through, but I'll also give you the solutions, like the right kind of solutions. I'm not just going to give you solutions that other people are giving that other people, that other YouTubers are giving their followers just to get something from them, like these spiritual teachers claiming to have the answers. I don't trust them. I do follow a lot of spiritual channels, but I don't trust these people, because really, if it's really about freeing yourself and freeing others, you don't need something to free others, do you? Like how can you need anything to free others? If you know we're in the matrix and it's a messed up reality, why would you need something to free people from that reality? Think about it. You'd want to do it for free. And if people want to donate to your channel, that's beautiful. That's why there's never been a video where I ask people to donate. I've monetized this channel like over a year ago. But I've never, not even once, asked for people to donate, ever. Why? Because to me, it's about my own growth. You see, like I'm growing a lot from making this content. Like I'm growing, like I've reached very high levels of consciousness from making this content. And also I do believe that people who watch my videos do grow as well, because these insights are mind blowing. Like when I have these crazy insights, I'm like, damn, this is so crazy. I need to share it with other people. I need to share these insights with other people, because this is crazy. I didn't see things this way. So, my focus is convincing other people that I'm the way that they think isn't wrong. Because most people who watch my videos are not people that I've convinced that what I'm saying is true. It's people who have realized that on their own, and they were like, oh, why am I the only one who thinks this way? And then they discover my channel and realize that no, there are other highly conscious individuals out there. I just didn't know, and they make a lot of sense. So yeah, the idea is to make y'all feel less insane, but it's also for me to evolve and reach higher states of consciousness. And the best way to do it is to do this. It's like meditating, actually. It's just that I don't like to I don't like to just think like this on my own. Like, I want to be sharing with others, because sometimes it feels like I'm doing it more than I should be, because I can do it. Like, I can do this throughout the day. I can just think and have insights, and then focus on another thing, and then think and have insights, but not just spend the whole hour thinking and having these crazy insights. But when I'm making a video, I can focus fully on what I'm saying, and I'll be having these crazy insights. So it's not just you who benefit from these videos. I also benefit a lot because I'm reaching new insights every day when I make these videos. You see, there's a lot that's hidden inside that comes out when I'm making these videos, because I focus 100% when I'm making these videos. Like, I focus 100% on what I'm saying. I focus 100% on what's hidden. I don't always know what I'm going to be talking about, and even like when I know what I'm going to be talking about, I'm only going to be talking about what I know for like 5 minutes, and everything else will just be these crazy insights that will be coming to me. So I learn a lot, and I do believe that other people learn a lot. I've always believed in sharing my deepest truth, and I always believed in people who share their deepest truth. People who are able to go deeper into their subconscious and bring back whatever they find. These are the people that I want to interact with. Like, hey, what have you found in your subconscious? People will tell me about the world. I already know what the heck is going on in the world. I want to know what's going on in your subconscious, because that's where the truth is. You see? So yeah, that's the focus. It's to go deeper into my subconscious and bring back what's in my subconscious and talk about it, interact with y'all guys about it. You know what I mean? Like, have deep conversation with y'all guys about it. Like, that's actually beautiful. That's what we need to be doing as people, instead of focusing on these rabbit holes that are being put right in front of us. We get lost in these rabbit holes. Too many rabbit holes, man. Rabbit holes of religion, new age spirituality, science, education, art, movies, whatever. Like, you kind of like need to find a way to detach yourself. It is good to know what's going on in Christianity, what's going on in Islam, what's going on in science, what they've discovered. Oh, they've discovered a new planet called B128 whatever. That's good. Oh, the planet Nibiru is coming back. That is good. Astrology, that's good. You can focus on all these kind of things, but find a way to detach yourself when you need to, so that you don't fall into these rabbit holes, because you might not come out. You might find yourself trapped. I've communicated with people who are trapped. You find that this person is too damn religious. Like, there's no way that you can pull them out. Like, they are trapped. Like, you can see that they're trapped, but then you can't pull them out because they've fallen into the rabbit hole. You see? So there must be a way for you to pull yourself back out before you are trapped permanently. So I can't be trusting people who are telling me it's just a school. Like, how do you know it's a school? And what makes you believe it's a school? What have you learned so far? What have you learned that I haven't learned? If it's a school, show me that you have learned more than what I've learned, because you've been believing that it's a school for a long time. So you've got to show me that you're operating at a much higher level of consciousness, because you were aware that it's a school. Because once you realize that, like, if you were in a school and you didn't know it was a school, once you realize it's a school, you're going to learn a lot than people who don't realize it's a school. So show me that you've learned something. You realize these people don't know anything. I mean, it's only these big spiritual teachers that have been working for decades, like to know what they know, like Till Swan, and she's one of my favorite, by the way. She's one of my favorite. Like, she's so damn conscious. Like, she's so conscious that it's scary. I remember I was debating with this other lady. I think it was a lady. I'm just assuming it was a lady based on what this person was saying. There's this video that I uploaded like 2 days ago talking about why talking about relationships and why I think that and she was saying something like because I was talking about women, for relationships to work, women need to be submissive. Not that they need to be submissive, but that relationships that work are relationships where women are submissive, they're supportive, they're sensitive, they're a bit passive, like they're not all over, and the man is very strong, is very not optimistic, but is very assertive. He works hard, is providing. That creates balanced relationships, because this woman identified this guy and she was like, he's good enough for me to submit to him. I can trust him, I can support him. And then because he has that kind of support, he's able to work hard, he's able to be strong because he has that, you see. So that's how relationships work. So that's what I was telling her. And she said something interesting, that it's not all women who are like that. It's not all women who are submissive. It's not all women who show their love through submission. And I remember I told you guys about Till Swan. Till Swan is so damn conscious that I don't know if she can be submissive. But in general, that's how relationship works. Like, female has to be submissive, but there are very few females who are just anomalies. And I'm telling you, Till Swan is an anomaly. She's so damn conscious that I don't know if she can be submissive. Because she's so damn conscious. She's more conscious than listen, the only two people that I truly respect when it comes to their level of consciousness is Till Swan and Leo Gura. Actualize.org, right? Like, this guy, his name is Leo Gura. His YouTube channel is actualize.org, and then Till Swan. These two people. And trust me, I've watched a lot of spiritual teachers. I've watched a lot of, I've like watched almost every YouTube channel. Like, I've watched a lot of content where people are talking about, reaching high levels of consciousness, stuff like that, new age spirituality, all of that. I know all these channels, but I'm telling you, these two channels, Till Swan, actualize.org, yeah. So I don't know if Till Swan can submit because she's so damn conscious. But I know what she's wrong about, the new age shit. I've watched videos of her talking about the new age shit, and I can see that she's just scamming people. She's too damn conscious, and I respect her for that, but she's scamming people as well. And I'm like, hey, it is what it is. At least she's leading people towards the right path, because she's so damn intellectually honest that she frees people from their delusions. So that's good. So if she kind of like scam them, I'm like, at least she's like kind of like she's helping people in ways that other people are not helping them. So it is what it is. In fact, she deserves millions for what she's teaching. So it is what it is. But yeah, some of these spiritual teachers who talk about, this being a school, I respect them, and I do watch the videos, even the videos where they talk about this being a school, because I know that there's something that I can gain from that. You see, I gain a lot from watching people talking about what I do not agree with, actually. Because when someone says something that I do not agree with, I gain, it's like I gain new insights. I realize what people do not understand. You see, so this is what these people do not understand. So I gain new insights. So that's how I evolve, actually. That is why I like debating with people. That is why when someone posts something negative, I respond most of the time. That's because I'm so damn right that I have to constantly prove that I'm right. It's kind of like that. Like, I'm so damn right that if you show me that you don't see that I'm right, I have to show you that I'm right. But through doing that, I become more conscious, you see. I even watched videos from Tilswan recently, but whenever I, like, watch a video, it's just the reason why I haven't been watching videos from her is because she talks a lot about relationships. And she says the things that are already things. I'm like, there's nothing more to gain from watching her content. It's not like she's saying things that I disagree with, because that's how I evolve. She's just saying what I already know is true. But there's this other video that I've watched recently where she was talking a lot about us, having chose like to be here, and I realized that she doesn't really believe that. It's not that she believed that we chose to be here. It's just that she has to make money off people, and that's one of the best ways to make money off people. It's kind of like come up with something that's positive and pretend as if there's something that you know that other people do not know. That's the best way to make money, and that's how pastors make money. That's how these self-help gurus make money. It's like they know something that you don't know, and they know that it's a solution. If you come up with a philosophical scheme and you convince people that you know what you're talking about, and then they're going to give you money. And trust me, that it's not hard to do that. It's so damn easy. If I wanted to do that, I would be able to do that very easily. You see how long my videos are? You think if I wanted to do that, it would be hard for me to do that? Like, it's so damn easy, but there's nothing to gain from doing that. I think there's a lot more to gain from being as intellectually honest as possible, and being as honest as possible with your audience, being as transparent as possible. You see? Not having this big ego where you don't even wanna open up and be vulnerable. Like, I like being vulnerable and being as expressive as possible, and see how people react to that. That's really important. It's not always about people agreeing. It's not like when I make these videos, I want people to agree with me. I love the fact that most of y'all agree with me, but it's not always about people agreeing with me. I want people to tell me if they think I'm wrong. Like, even if you've been saying that I'm right the whole time, like, if you think there's something that I'm saying that is wrong, tell me why. Because it's also about my own evolution. So if I'm truly wrong about something, I'll realize that when you tell me. But give me a constructive criticism. I have to know that this person means like this person is trying to help. I don't want to think, wow, this person is just trolling. Because if I think he's just trolling, I'm not even going to pay that much attention. But if I see that, oh, yeah, this person genuinely think I'm wrong, then I will try to, reevaluate everything to see if I'm really wrong. If I don't think I'm wrong, I'm going to tell you that I don't think I'm wrong. I'm very intellectually honest. I'm not afraid of being wrong. I do kind of look at myself as some kind of a god, but that's because of solipsism. But No, I'm not those. I'm not like a this being that can never be wrong. The I think we grow up being wrong, and we learn how to be right as we grow older. Does that make sense? Like, we grow up being wrong, but we learn how to be right as we grow older, because there's a lot that we learn as we grow older. You see, so if you were right when you were younger and now you are wrong, that means you're doing something wrong, because you have to be learning how to be right. You see? So that's the focus, guys. Wait, I'm coming back. I think this is gonna be a very long video. And we are back. I remember I was talking to someone like 2 3 days back, and they were telling me that they don't understand how I'm able to upload longer videos every day. How do you do that? Because there's always something new to learn. I don't think a lot of people in the world are that serious about like reaching higher levels of understanding. I don't think that many people are serious. What do I mean? I think I try to reach high levels of consciousness so much that it seems like I'm overdoing it. Like, I do a lot of work, but not necessarily to make content, but to evolve. So every day I have something new to say, because I've been thinking a lot. I've been doing a lot of work. It's, to me, it's not about like knowing what other people think, reading books and all of that. It's about what's inside. I want to bring out what's inside. So even when I'm watching videos, it's not necessarily about uh, gaining new insights from what the people that I'm watching are saying, but it's about bringing out what's inside. That's why I watch videos even from people that I really do not agree with. I watch a lot of videos from Jordan Peterson. I mean, sometimes it does make a lot of sense, but sometimes it really doesn't make sense. I do watch his videos. Why? Because there is something that he brings out. Like, when I watch his videos, he brings out something from like that's hidden inside. Like, sometimes when I see ignorant people being ignorant, there is something that comes out of me, and that was hidden even from myself. That I'm like, oh yeah, this was there the whole time. Damn, this is crazy. You see, so I gain new insight from seeing something that doesn't make sense, or seeing something that I do not agree with, or hearing something that I do not agree with. You see, that is how I evolve. That's how I reach higher states of consciousness. So I do a lot of work, man, every single day, not just to make content, but to evolve and free myself. I'm so proud of myself, because I believe that I have been doing the right kind of work. You know, I haven't, like, I wasn't ignorant. Like, this is what I think a human being should be doing, actually. Like, as a human, this is exactly what you must be doing. You must be doing the work that actually helps you evolve, rather than just being lost in this reality. You know, because a lot of people are really lost in this reality. Like, that doesn't help. So it's better to just focus on doing what you actually need to be doing, than allowing yourself to be lost in this reality. What do you really gain from being too invested? What do you really gain from taking this reality too seriously? It's a very important question. What do you gain from being too invested? What do you gain from taking this reality too seriously? Don't you find yourself suffering because you are taking this reality too seriously? I know people who are suffering because they're taking this reality too seriously. I mean, yeah, everyone suffers, but you suffer more when you take this reality too seriously. You suffer more when you take this reality too seriously. So yeah, man, maybe it's just your dream and I'm just in it. But no matter what it is, why should you take it seriously? Why should you stress? Why should you suffer? Like, no matter what reality is, tell me, why should you suffer? Why should you stress? Why should you cry? Why should you give it your energy? Learn to set yourself free, you know. Teach yourself every day to set yourself free. You will still suffer, but you won't suffer as much as you used to. Like, when things happen, they won't affect you as much as they used to. Like, always be aware that this reality is always trying to like get energy from you. Like, once you're aware of that, it's much easier for you to stress less. Like, when things happen, you kind of like stress less because you are aware. You are aware of the tricks. You are aware of how you are being tricked. You see, if you're not aware, if someone is tricking you and you're not aware of how they're tricking you, they'll be successful. They'll be successful all the time because you're not aware of how they're tricking you. You're not even aware that they are trying to trick you. But when you are aware that, okay, this person is trying to trick me, then you are able to, free yourself. And that's the work here. How do you free yourself? I've already given you all the solution that, hey, man, the first thing that you must realize is that you mustn't be trapping more people in this reality. But then after realizing that, what do you do? How do you free yourself? How do you make sure that you don't suffer? When you wake up in the morning and you do things, how do you make sure that you don't suffer as much as you used to? See, that's also the focus. That's one of the reasons why I'm making these videos, because you can't say that you would watch this video and still feel the way that you used to feel, or that you were feeling. I do believe this is one of those videos that can heal you, because these insights have also healed me. This is some really deep insights that have also healed me. So I do believe that if you watch this video and if you watch this video and you were paying attention, like, it has done something to you. So there's the focus, man. That's the focus. It's all about the truth. Oh, and the battery is low. But thank you all, guys. Thank you all if you're still watching.